This is Winthrop University Arts, and I am in Fort Mill Town Hall. And I have some Winthrop students and a Winthrop alum with me. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about who you are, what year Winthrop or graduated in your artistic endeavors at Winthrop. Don't be shy.
I'm Austin Turner, and I graduated from Winthrop in December of 2007 with a Bachelor of Arts degree, concentration in art. And now I'm a Master's of Fine Arts student at Commerce College for creative writing, concentration in poetry.
Excellent, Austin. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm actually a student right now at Winthrop at the Further Arts Administration program, and I graduated in 2008 as a photography student, and I work for the Fort Mill Arts Commission right now. So.
Yeah, okay, speaking of the Fort Mill Arts Commission, tell us a little bit why I'm here talking to you today.
Well, we collaborated on an exhibit here, and it's just a collaboration of poetry and photographs, and just from semi-recent work, but just work that we've been doing over the years, I guess. Last year. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to ask a kind of a random question. How would one go about getting a show put up like this? Like, how did you go about getting your work here displayed in the Fort Mill Town Hall?
Well, the space is very new, so right now the commission is more so asking artists to come and display their work. We've had alum from Winthrop, Mike Gentry, had a show here beforehand, and right now we're in the process of getting Stephen Krotz to show some of his illustrations here.
Oh, sure. I'm meeting with Stephen Krotz maybe next week about their new studio space downtown.
Awesome.
So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Austin, tell me a little bit about how the poetry was added to the photos, or how that concept came about.
Okay, I told Chris that I didn't want to know what the photos looked like. I simply wanted to know maybe keywords or things that were in the photographs that he felt were important. And he just gave me sort of a rundown list of maybe 10 to 15 words, and then I wrote each poem from those words.
That's very cool. And so this is going to be kind of one of those cheesy questions. How has your education at Winthrop contributed to your artistic expression or your artistic repertoire?
The art department and staff at Winthrop is incredible. I felt like I left Winthrop knowing a lot more than I knew before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the relationships that you can create with your professors there, because the classes are so small, and you're just given a lot of one-on-one attention to as far as the concepts that you're able to develop, and there's a big emphasis on the process of learning, and the process of art in general, I guess. So.
Sure, and I know because I'm also a Winthrop alum, that Winthrop focuses on a sense of community understanding as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, to do civic work and to do such like that. Has that involved, did you feel prepared to do something like that now that you kind of had that experience at Winthrop?
I think, yeah. I think the staff that you become acquainted with at Winthrop, such an example, Phil and Marge Moody, they always seem to support us and show interest in what we're doing. And they came to the show opening here for this show, and it's nice to see the staff taking a step outside of the school and wanting to be a part of whatever you're doing.
Excellent. Excellent. As you can see here, the title of the show is Homegrown, a patchwork collection of poetry and photographs. And it really comes from both artists' feeling and sentiment about the South, and how they use their own individual artistic talents to display that feeling of place and people. So I'm going to have Austin read one of the poems and show you some of the pictures. I hope it doesn't get too shaky. This is Austin reading The Plum Tree.
The plum tree. With the thump of summer's thumb, the limbs can no longer hold the violet plums. They fall heavy, most gushing on to driveway gravel beneath them as if bitten by a jagged tooth. The crack in open flesh is difficult to disguise and appears like a swollen lip after a fist bite. Some of the plums find themselves withering slowly into their rainwater puddle reflections, examining themselves exposed, quickly drained of their juices, the sweetness of their youth. Seeing the reflection for the first time, they feel a need to hold on, nudge the passing birds and beg them to peck slowly. Some never stood a chance, crushed by a bicycle tire or from the heat deepening the ripe impression of their open flesh. A sneaky child manages to snatch a few that have fallen in the shade before his elder stings his legs with a green bark switch. Yellow jackets lather themselves in juices, staining their stingers.
All right, so that was a little bit about the photography and the poetry in this project. And I just wanted to ask, how does this project kind of further your own artistic goals, and what do you want to pursue after this show here at the Fort Mill Town Hall?
Well, we'd like to continue with future collaborations and possibly do a book eventually. And
About the area, or just about kind of your own process, or?
well, I guess a combination of the two, because our process comes from the area.
Sure.
So.
And I think, in any collaborative show that we have after this, as we continue with this, we'll have the same sort of theme, because it's so important to each of our work.
Yeah, a piece of you.
Yeah. Right.
Very cool, very cool. Well, thank you, Chris and Austin. It was awesome meeting you. And the Fort Mill Town Hall is open, I think, daily, like 8 to 5?
Yes.
9 to 5, so you can...
Friday, 9 to 5.
Okay, so you can just walk on in and take a look. It's pretty cool. Thanks, guys.